I chose the Monogram. It's really copied a lot in the world. Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, hi, I'm Melissa. I make videos about fashion and also about beauty every Thursday, so expect that on my channel. It's actually all about hauls, reviews. I also make story times about my own experience as a fashion student because I was a fashion student for 4 years. I also try to make 2 vlogs per month, which you can find on my channel on Sundays. So please, if you enjoyed this video or if you enjoy my videos in general, subscribe to my channel because it means a lot to me and it helps me grow. But in today's video, I'm going to talk about my very first designer bag, and it's a bit of a story time because I want to explain my own experience as well as maybe some tips on how to buy your first designer bag, or maybe some regrets I have, or just in general the pros and cons of the first designer bag and especially the one that I chose. So if you haven't seen my bag collection video yet, I will link it below in the description box, so go check it out because I talk about all of the bags I have in my collection, and in that collection you will find the bag I'm talking about today. But the bag in question is actually the Speedy 30 by Louis Vuitton. So it's basically this bag right here in the Monogram version, because you can also have it in damier ebène or damier azur, but I chose the Monogram. When you buy the bag, the handles are light beige, but with time they actually become much darker, and I've been using this bag for 6 years now because I got it in 2014. Anyways, before I talk a bit more about the actual bag and give you a bit of a review and how it is, I wanted to also talk about just the story behind why I got that bag. So basically, in August 2014, I graduated from high school with a very tough diploma and I got very good grades. I was very happy. My dad was like, oh, I want to give you a little present to remember that moment and it means a lot. So choose what you would like to get. And in my head, I was like, I want to get a designer bag. So I already wanted designer bags at that time. Before going to fashion school, before knowing designers, I knew I wanted to get a bag. And I remember kind of looking throughout Chanel and Dior, and they were a very expensive bag already in 2014. So I'm talking about 2,000 to 5,000 a bag, which was way too much, just way too much. So after thinking a lot, I decided to get a Louis Vuitton bag because we had a Louis Vuitton store. I mean, we have a Louis Vuitton store in the city where I live in Switzerland. So it was the perfect opportunity because I just wanted to go to the store to buy the first designer bag, not get it online, not wait to go on a trip and buy it somewhere else. I wanted to get it in Switzerland and in store. I already knew which bag I wanted because I wanted a very iconic and classic bag that everybody had, which can be good like it can be bad, I have to be honest. But in my head it was the Speedy 30 that I wanted, so the medium bag. It wasn't the small Speedy and not the big Speedy, but to be honest, as you can see, the bag is actually pretty big for a medium bag. Besides that, I also knew I wanted to get it in Monogram for just one simple reason. Everybody had a Speedy Monogram and I just had to get it. I had to be cool. I wanted people to be like, she has a Louis Vuitton, she has a Speedy Monogram Louis Vuitton. And I'm not ashamed to say it, it was just the 18-year-old me thinking, and I don't blame her. And at the end of the day, I'm very happy with the bag, so good choice anyways. But it's true that the reason why I got that one was just because it was a cool bag. Anyways, so we went to the store with my dad and I was hesitating actually between the damier azur pattern or print and the Monogram, but in the end I settled for the Monogram. And the strap, actually, this strap right here, which is the greatest thing ever, doesn't come with the bag. I don't know if it does now, but I don't believe so. So we had to get it separately, so it was extra money towards the strap, but I really do not regret getting it because it is a medium bag, so you can put a lot of stuff in it. It's pretty big, as you see, so a lot fits in there and it gets heavy. So since I use this bag a lot, the best thing to do was to get a strap with it. So I really do not regret getting this strap, like best thing I've done, to be honest. Now since then I've been wearing it a lot. I really do not regret getting it because as you can see, it fits a lot. I can put a water bottle, my big wallet, I can put anything I want. Not my MacBook, obviously, but it fits enough for me. It's just what I wanted. And as you can see, I will put it a bit closer to the camera, this is the bag in question. So with the logo Louis Vuitton. And as you can see, the handles are actually really dark, which makes sense as I explained before, but I've loved it so much. That's why I actually am very happy with this bag as being my first designer bag, and to be honest, my only designer bag, because I do not own any other designer bags. I really would love to get one day that I can pay with my own money. So now, what are the pros of getting a Louis Vuitton Speedy for your first designer bag? I would say the most basic thing is that it's a classic. It's also a bag that will be forever related to Louis Vuitton. However, there's a negative side to it. Louis Vuitton, the Speedy, and especially the Monogram print, it's really copied a lot in the world, which makes it a bit of an issue in terms that you can see it different ways. One way is that people might think it's a fake when you wear it, which is not really cool when you've spent $1,000 on it, but it's also just a bit degrading to know that some people will carry a very similar bag but pay it, I don't know, $10. So it is a bit upsetting when you think it that way, but I think that what's important is that you know that it's a real one, the one that you have. It's the only thing that can be annoying, but at the same time, it's also something that shouldn't be such a big deal. That's why I really don't regret getting this iconic bag. Other than that, do I actually recommend Louis Vuitton for a first designer bag? I would say yes, especially if you don't have a big budget. So Louis Vuitton is a luxury brand for sure, and it is expensive. It uses leather, it uses really precious material, high quality material, it's handmade, it's Louis Vuitton, it's a big brand, it's a big name, it's a big heritage. So you will put the price. $1,000 is a lot for a bag. I have to say it. It's not affordable at all. But when you compare it to a Chanel or Dior, as I explained, which are also giants of luxury, what you will see is that at the end of the day, you're better off going for Louis Vuitton if you have a smaller budget. If you have plenty of money to spend, I would tell you no, go for Chanel. Go for Chanel, especially because their value increases year by year or month by month. I don't even know. A Chanel classic flap that you bought maybe 10 years ago will be even more expensive now and even more in 10 years. So if you eventually want to sell your designer bag, the advantage is you're gonna get more money from it than what you put towards it. The Speedy, I'm not so sure it's the same situation, especially because Speedies you just see once they've been used. So as I said, it's very visible with the handles, and some people like it, some others unfortunately don't. So to sell a Speedy, I personally feel like it would be more of a struggle than selling a classic flap from Chanel. So if you're eventually thinking about selling your first designer bag and that you have the budget to put towards a Chanel or Dior, I would say go for like Chanel, I would say. But then if you don't have a big budget, I would say Louis Vuitton is the best thing to go for. They also have the Alma bags that are the smaller versions that are quite inexpensive compared to the other bags, of course. So you could always go with that one. And they also have very nice wallet on chain or pochettes that you can get that are quite affordable. I always compare it to Chanel, right? So when I say affordable, that's pretty much it actually. I would say that I don't have many tips because it depends so much on your budget and what you personally like. But of course that if you've been dreaming for a Chanel bag and that right now you're only able to afford a Louis Vuitton, I would say wait a bit, save up and get yourself a Chanel, and at least you will get a very high quality bag that you can always sell for a very high price in case. But obviously I would never think about selling my first designer bag, especially because it represents my high school diploma that was so tough to get because it was really a tough diploma in Switzerland. So I'm very happy that it reminds me of this and it will stay forever with me. If you're hesitating on the Speedy, I would say get it because it's just the best. It's really the best. So that's pretty much it for my video today. I hope you enjoyed it. Let me know what you think in the comments below. If you have a designer bag, let me know what was your first designer bag, and let me know if you don't have one yet, which one would you like to get. And other than that, I will see you next week in my next video. Bye bye.